All right. Hello, welcome. Thank you all for joining us today for an introduction to the Faculty of Land and Food Systems as a part of Taste of LFS Week. My name is Ella Wong, and I'm an academic advisor in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems. I'm very happy to welcome you here this morning, and I'm happy to be joined by one of my colleagues, Benita, also an academic advisor in LFS, as well as two of our current students, Maddie and Jason. So we're all here to give you an introduction and a chance to learn a little bit more about the faculty. Maybe some of you have already attended other events during Taste of LFS Week, or maybe you're sticking around after this session to attend the rest of today's events as well. Thank you so much for making the time to learn a little bit more about the faculty. I hope that you'll find this session helpful and interesting, and it'll get you excited about everything that there is to offer within LFS. So just to give you an introduction of what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to spend a few minutes going over an introduction and overview of the faculty. Then we'll spend about 30 minutes going through some of our programs, as well as talking to our current students about some of the things that they love about being a student in LFS. And then at the end, we'll have plenty of time to answer any questions that you might have about admissions, about student life, about ways to get involved, about our different programs that are offered, so that you really get what you're looking for out of today's session. If you're hoping to talk to someone else in addition to a current student or a student in a different program, you're in luck, because after this morning session at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we'll be hosting a Meet the Profs session where we'll be having some of our current students interview professors and instructors in their favorite courses and programs in LFS. So you could get a chance to hear from both instructors and current students about their experiences in a few different areas across our faculty. So feel free to stick around and join us for that session as well at 10 a.m. Before we get too far into our presentation, I do want to start today by acknowledging that UBC's Point Grey campus is located on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. We're very fortunate to be able to work and play and learn on this land, and we're committed to working with Indigenous communities and students alike in our curriculum and research in the faculty. The Faculty of Land and Food Systems is one of the original faculties at the University of British Columbia. So when the university was founded over 100 years ago, we were at that time known as the Faculty of Agricultural Sciences, and we have since renamed to better encompass all of the different disciplines that are available and that our students study. But you can think of how all those disciplines fit together as being science with social impact. So all of our degrees that we offer are science degrees. You are going to learn the scientific principles behind what you're studying, but you're also going to look at how those scientific principles impact us in real life ways that impact our social lives, that impact our societies, that impact our issues that are really going to affect real life. So looking at issues like human health and sustainable food supply in a systems approach is what you'll see as a student in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems. So why would you want to do that? What a few things that we think really help our faculty to stand out and make it a great place to learn are that you get to study in programs that address local and global issues. So it's things that will matter to you and the people down the street from you, but also to people all around the world. Issues that you'll hear about on the news and in journals and everywhere else around the world as well, like food security, health and nutrition, animal welfare, land use, climate change, preventative medicine, food waste, all things that are going to have significant impacts on people today and the world around us for many years to come. The Faculty of Land and Food Systems is also a great place to be because it's a smaller faculty within a big university. So at UBC, we have over 50,000 undergraduate students, so many, many students studying with us, but LFS is a much smaller community within that big community. So we have less than 2,000 undergraduate students, which means that it's really easy to get to know your classmates, your instructors, the people that are interested in the same issues and ideas as you. Students are really involved with the faculty, and you'll get to hear that from some of our student speakers that we've got with us today. And we like to think of ourselves as the friendly faculty. So we want to get to know you. We want to get involved with what you're doing and what you care about. And we want you to know that we care about those things as well. Finally, within the faculty, you get hands-on experiences that are going to help you prepare for life after graduation, whatever that might be. So maybe you're interested in going into research and you want to get a chance to get some hands-on lab experience. Maybe you're thinking about working in the field and you want to get a chance to go out and do on-site experiments and on-site studies. You can definitely do that through some of our practical sites and practical research facilities. We also have great opportunities for you to gain work experience, whether that's through our internship and practicum programs or through our co-op education program. There's lots of ways that you can help to develop your degree within LFS to meet the goals for whatever you want to do after graduation. And of course, we can't be too humble. We do have to let you know, and our president, Santa Ono, also wanted to let everyone know that UBC ranked #1 in Canada and #15 worldwide in the study of agriculture and forestry. So not just a great place to learn, but also a really well-regarded one. To give you an idea about sort of some of the things that our students care about, some of the things that they're studying within the faculty, here's a word cloud that we did with some of our first year students at the very beginning of their first week at UBC. So what are you interested in learning about in LFS? And you see a couple words up there, very big right off the top, sustainability, food, animals. Those are definitely things that our students are studying. And then we have a few other ideas mixed in there as well. We took those same students and we asked them the same question at the end of their first semester. So after they had had a chance to learn more about what was offered in the faculty, about what they might pursue in their further on in their careers or in their studies, and asked them the same question, and you'll see that the cloud got a lot bigger. There's a lot of the same themes that are still very prominent within that word cloud, but you'll also see that there's many, many more specialized ideas and branches off of those ideas that we're seeing. So know that even if you aren't sure exactly what you want to study, or if you know a general area you're interested in, we don't expect you to have everything figured out when you're applying to UBC or even when you arrive here. We want you to learn, explore, and grow throughout your time, so you can look forward to learning much more about all of the different topics that we're talking about as a student at UBC. Finally, one of the things that's really amazing about our students is that they really are passionate and they share values about the same topics that really matter to them. So it's a shared drive and passion for a better, healthier, and more sustainable future, which fosters a vibrant community of caring and supportive individuals within our faculty. Something that one of our students said about the students within our faculty. So hopefully that sounds like a place that you want to be, and if so, we hope that we'll get a chance to see you with us. Ooh. There we go. So it's some of the things that you can look forward to as a student within the faculty. Right off the bat, as soon as you've decided you'd like to attend and you accept an offer of admission with our faculty, we'll get you involved with our ROOTS program. ROOTS stands for Reach Out, Orientation, Transition, and Study Skills. And it's a full year program that is available to all new students within the faculty. We'll add you to an online course that's available through Canvas, the same course platform you'll use for all of your classes at UBC in the spring. As soon as you accept your offer of admission, it'll help you get ready through the summer to know what to expect, get you registered in your classes, get you familiar with some of the things that you need to know about courses at university. It'll also get you a chance to meet other incoming students and senior student leaders throughout the summer. And then that's even where we ran lots of our orientation activities online this year. And then it's also integrated into one of your first year classes so that you continue to engage through ROOTS throughout your first year to help you get to know people, get involved, and get a head start on being successful as a student at UBC. Once you're into your degree, and over those 4 or more years, you'll get started with building a foundation, and then you'll get more specific as you go. Just so you know, all of the pictures in today's presentation are not from this year. We aren't on campus in person. So just if you're wondering about how you're going to stay safe and well as a student, know that we aren't actually in person. We wanted to CGI those masks on there to acknowledge it's not exactly social distance that they're maintaining in this classroom picture from a few years ago. Starting with year 1, You're going to start by building a foundation that's going to help you to be successful within the science classes that are part of your studies. So you'll take introductory courses in topics like chemistry, biology, math, physics. You'll take a writing course as well, so that you have that background that you need to be able to understand the scientific principles inherent in your area of study. After you've had that introductory year to learn a little bit more about the university and get that foundation laid, you'll then get a chance to declare your major. So your second year is where you pick the area of specialization that you're going to focus on within your degree. Depending on that focus, you'll take some additional science courses as well as some faculty and program specific courses that give you a chance to learn more about that area of study. So maybe that's going to be an introduction to nutrition or introduction to soil science or your first global resource systems seminar. Those will all take place starting in your second year. In years 3 and 4 and the future of your degree, you'll really get a chance at that point to target the courses that are of most interest to you and to specialize your degree to really focus in on the opportunities you're wanting to pursue. So things like co-op work experience, practicums where you get work experience in the field for credit. Maybe you're doing a directed studies where you work on a research project individually with a faculty member, or maybe you're going on exchange and studying abroad. Those would be the types of things that you'll do during your third and fourth year of your degree. So hopefully that gives you some ideas of what we're really trying to say is it's okay if you take some time to figure out and build. We expect that you'll do that throughout your degree at UBC. In your first year, one option that you might want to take advantage of is the Land 1 program. This is a first year cohort program that's available to students in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems as well as the Faculty of Forestry. It integrates some of your first year classes together so that you have all the same people in those classes, and it's designed to help you have a smooth transition from high school into UBC and into the faculty. So you get a chance to meet your classmates, get to know them, get to know your professors and instructors really well, learn more about how your classes are connected to each other and how all the topics that we study within our faculty as well as within the Faculty of Forestry are connected to each other. You'll get to study those ideas through both Western and Indigenous perspectives. If that's a program that sounds like it's interesting to you, the deadline to apply for that is in May after you've applied to UBC. So we can definitely talk more about Land 1 if you have any questions as we get going later on in the presentation. One thing that all students also do throughout their degree is our core series classes. These are classes that every student is required to take that helps you to learn about how all of our disciplines work together and how we can solve complex issues by working together and using multiple perspectives. It really is about how our systems are connected and how all those areas really work together in different ways. You'll get a chance to also work not just with your classmates, but also with community partners to share the knowledge that you've been learning as a student at UBC and to learn from those community partners about how that knowledge can be put into practice. So it might be volunteering in a school to help with food literacy. It might be working with a neighborhood house or community organization around issues of food security, or looking at ways, individual research projects that can allow you to focus on sustainability on campus. You're really getting a chance to put your knowledge into action. The other thing that you'll get a chance to do through the core series classes is think about and discover how your studies can connect to your career aspirations. So reflecting on the skills you're developing, the skills that you're going to have the opportunity to apply as a student, and how they can help and connect in with whatever your future career might be. So hopefully some of the things that are available to all of our students have got you excited. Next up, we want to talk a little bit about our individual programs, and we'll start with the Food, Nutrition, and Health program, which is our biggest degree program. We offer 4 different degree programs within our faculty. Food, Nutrition, and Health is our biggest one, and we've got a few different majors available within Food, Nutrition, and Health. First up, let's talk about Nutritional Sciences. So this could lead to careers in health sciences or nutrition research, working in public or private organizations related to health promotion. You get a chance to really study nutrition and how our body uses what we eat to help us stay healthy. And you get the academic and scientific background that goes with that. So studying things like microbiology, like genetics, biochemistry, all as a part of what you're learning about for nutrition. It also can help you prepare for further studies and research at the graduate level. So if you wanted to become a nutrition researcher, this would be a great option for you. Next up, the food nutrition and health major is our most general and flexible major that's available. So this degree, the degree is food nutrition and health, and the major is also food nutrition and health, and it allows you to really focus your degree in the ways that you want. So you can have a chance to integrate coursework from other areas that's related to food nutrition and health, to really customize your degree and make it fit how you want. Maybe that's more science courses, maybe it's adding in some social science courses so you can learn about how culture and sociology influences how we eat. Maybe it's that you want to add in education and do a dual degree in food nutrition and health and education to become a home economics teacher. There's lots of different options for you to really customize your degree through the food nutrition and health program. Next up, food science. A little bit confusing because we have nutritional sciences and we have food science. Here's how I help to remember the difference between these two. Food science is all about the food, and it's about how we prepare food and how we process food and develop food products before we eat it. So it's thinking about ways that we can package food to make sure it stays fresh. It's ways that we can make sure that, you know, our potato chips are crispy but not too oily, or that our ice cream stays cold but it doesn't melt, but it's also not so hard that we can't bite into it. All of those things. Developing new food products and working in quality assurance and food production would be things that you could study and learn about in food science. Food science is a science-heavy degree as well and has lots of laboratory work built into it. So if you want to get some hands-on lab experiences, food science is a great option. So food science is all about the food. Nutritional science is all about our body and what our body does with that food. So being able to get the nutrition that we need, being able to absorb different nutritional products, being able to analyze how the food influences our health and well-being. That's what you'd learn about in nutritional sciences. If you're interested in both of those, we do also offer a double major in food and nutritional sciences, so you could study both of those areas. Finally, our last major that we offer within food nutrition and health degree is dietetics. Dietetics is a professional degree that leads to, after graduation, registration as a registered dietitian. So you could work in hospitals and other clinical settings to help people make decisions about food and nutritional choices. You might work to direct nutrition programs for a school or a hospital or other outlet. You could also work advising government and industry about how health and our food choices can influence well-being. So hopefully, if you're interested in food nutrition and health, that's given you a good idea of some of the majors that are available to get you excited about some of the courses you might be able to take. We've got a few of them up on the screen here. So maybe you're thinking about international nutrition. Maybe you're interested in athletics and sports and you want to study sports nutrition. I think the class that we're in this photo is a pretty cool one. That's FNH 341, Food Theory Applications. So it's a class where you get to learn how to cook and how to demonstrate cooking and how the choices we make when we cook can influence our food. So they get a chance to go in there and get hands-on in Vidge's kitchen and do some cooking demos as a class. Finally, some of the careers that you might be able to pursue with studying in food nutrition and health. Of course, we talked about becoming a dietitian already. We talked about becoming a home economics teacher. Maybe you're going to work in food processing inspection or as a food lab manager. You could start your own business and become a consultant or work in education around nutrition and fitness. You could also go on to do lots of things related to human health, such as medicine as well. Some of our alumni have gone on to write cookbooks, become dietitians. Peter Higgins is now the executive VP at Lush. But before that, he had what I think is the coolest job. He was a chief chocolate scientist at Purdy's, a local chocolate company that's based in Vancouver. So that sounds like a pretty good job. I'm not a food scientist, so I don't really know exactly what being a chocolate scientist entails, but it sounds like something I might want to do one day. All right, hopefully that got you excited about that. If you're interested in applied biology, we have two options within our applied biology degree for you to learn a little bit more about. First up is sustainable agriculture and environment, or we also call this SAGE for short. Sustainable agriculture and environment is going to help you to learn about shaping a more sustainable, food secure future that looks at protecting our soil, water, and air, maintaining biodiversity and maintaining healthy habitats, and what our methods are for growing food in farm or urban environments. So Soil science, plant science, food security are all topics that you'll get a chance to study within the Sustainable Agriculture and Environment major in our applied biology program. Applied Animal Biology is a program that can allow you to work with animals. Maybe that's thinking about going on to graduate studies or a professional program like vet school, or working in the field of in areas related to animal biology and welfare. You'll take courses in the areas like animal physiology and behavior. You'll get a chance to work with animal welfare and ethics, and you can get some really cool field experiences or research opportunities as well. We offer practicum courses where students are working with the BC SPCA. We have a field school where students travel to an elephant conservancy in Thailand. Lots of really cool opportunities here. If you're thinking about becoming a vet, this program is designed to help you meet the prerequisite requirements to apply to the Western College of Veterinary Medicine. So it can help you to make sure that you're eligible to continue and pursue a career as a vet afterwards. Some of the unique courses available within the applied biology include soil biology, animals and society, marine microbiology, field study of wine grape production. So lots of really cool areas and a pretty diverse set of interests that our students are pursuing within applied biology. And of course, the careers that you might think about, we talked about becoming a vet, but that scientific and health-related information that you're learning within the degree could also be applied to human medicine and would allow you to apply to medical school or to nursing programs. We have people working in aquaculture or as animal trainers. You could become a professional agrologist, a registered professional biologist, so lots of different professional designations that these degrees could lead to. Or you could be working in organic farming, crop protection, lots of different areas. So a couple alumni listed on the screen here. Erin is working as a research coordinator with the SPCA. Manveen is working as a formulation specialist, so thinking about the products that we grow for our animals to eat. Those are our two programs that you can apply to directly from high school. We also have 2 degree programs that you can apply to after at least 1 year of university. So you'll start in your 2nd year of university. You can do your 1st year in LFS or in another faculty or even at another college or university and then apply to enter these programs. So those 2 programs that are available starting in 2nd year are Global Resource Systems and Food and Resource Economics. They focus on solutions needed to address and expand global population and increase demand on the planet's resources and food supplies. In food and resource economics, you get to think about sort of the business policies and the economic balances that are inherent to our food system and to other limited natural resources. So you get a good background in the systems, but you also get a chance to look at economics, business, and those topics as well. And that could be locally or globally. Global Resource Systems is a really unique program where you get to sort of pick your own program and design it based on your interests. You'll pick a region of focus and you'll pick a resource that you focus on within your degree and work with our program coordinator to customize a program of study that's focused on those areas. And because the program is globally focused, one of the requirements is that you get an international experience. So lots of our students will go on an exchange as a part of the Global Resource Systems program. You could start in in either food, nutrition, and health or applied biology and then apply in your 2nd year to these programs. So that would be an option for either option there. And because the programs are so diverse, there's many, many different ways that you might head with them. So maybe you're going to work in food market analysis and study how food is getting into where we need it. Maybe you're going to work as a consultant in environmental consulting or working as a trade analyst or in business consulting. Or you could be working in politics. One of our alumni is now a counselor with the City of Vancouver. We have an alumnus from GRS who now works with the World Bank. Or we also have someone who's working as a climate change adaptation specialist with the Fraser Basin Council. So lots of different areas depending what you're interested in. So hopefully that's giving you lots to think about. I've spent a lot of time talking and I have some other people here that want to talk to you as well. So I'm going to give you a chance now to meet a couple of our current students within the faculty. So we have two current students here with us today that are going to have a chance to share a little bit about themselves. So we'll go left to right here, and we'll start off with Jason. Jason is a student in our Bachelor of Science in Global Resource Systems. He's also really involved within our student government within the faculty, so I'll give him a chance to introduce a little bit about himself and what he's studying and what he loves about studying with LFS.
Hello everyone, my name is Jason. I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm currently in my second year studying in the Faculty of Land and Food Systems, doing my Bachelor of Science in Global Resource Systems. Currently, I am specializing in environmental sustainability within the Global Resource Systems program, and I'm also specializing in the Asia Pacific region for the GRS program as well. A little bit about myself, I lived on residence for my first year. I'm highly involved with the Land and Food Systems Undergraduate Society, the student government at the faculty level. And also I really loved my faculty because I really like meeting a lot of people. And so during the first year, I thought that being in the Faculty of Science would be more intimidating. So I wanted to really build my community and really find those profs. And I really loved the LFS course series, the LFS 100, LFS 150. Those classes were kind of my highlight during my first year, and my highlight of meeting new students and meeting new people as well and finding my community. And so that's why I love LFS, and that's why I really enjoyed about my first year as well.
Awesome, thanks Jason. Did you start in food nutrition and health or in applied biology before going to GRS?
Yeah, I started in applied biology before going to GRS. So definitely can answer questions about AppBio or GRS.
Great, thanks so much. And now I also want to introduce you to Maddie. Maddie's a student in our food nutrition and health program and majoring in food nutrition and health. And Maddie took a bit of a different path. So she's in her second year as well, but she started in a different faculty.
Yeah, hi you guys. My name is Maddie. I use the pronouns she, her, and hers. As Ella just said, I actually began my journey at UBC in the Faculty of Science and transferred into LFS this year. I realized sciences weren't quite the right fit, and I can safely say that LFS is a much better fit for me. So while this is my second year at UBC, I'm technically a first-year student in LFS. Again, as Ella said, I am majoring in food nutrition and health, and I hope to minor in kinesiology as well. I am also part of the B+MM program that's run through Sauder, so it's a dual degree. So if you do have any questions about that, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to chat. In my first year, I didn't get particularly involved with any clubs or student government roles, but I did work closely with the Center for Student Involvement in Careers and worked on 2 projects over the course of the summer, one being the Jumpstart opening ceremonies, and then I also worked on a promotional video for Jumpstart that would have been used if Jumpstart were to have been in person this year, but COVID changed those plans. And I've also been starting to experience a little bit more to do with student involvement. So Taste of LFS is a great example of that. I'm so excited to be here today. And hopefully there'll be some more opportunities that come up within LFS. I'd say a couple of my favorite things about LFS is the sense of community compared to the Faculty of Science. Not that I want to compare, but it's a much more social and interactive faculty because it is smaller and you have the chance to work a lot closer with advisors and other students. And that's not something that I really felt I had back in the Faculty of Science. The courses too are very holistic in their approach to learning and teaching and what they focus on. So you're never just looking at something from one specific lens. You look at it from all of these different angles to try and understand how one particular thing works. And personally, to me, that is super cool. Understanding something from many different perspectives serves you well in more than just your academics. So I would say those are my favorite things about LFS.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Maddie and Jason, for being here to share a little bit about your experience. Maddie and Jason are both going to be sticking around for our Q&A as well. So if you have questions for them about their student experience, about the programs they're in, definitely get in touch and ask them lots of questions today because they're a great resource. So before we head into our Q&A, I just want to spend a couple minutes talking about admission requirements. I know lots of you here today are from BC. The high school requirements I've listed on the screen here are the BC high school admission requirements. If you're from somewhere else around the world or following a different curriculum, our admissions website, which is down at the very bottom of the screen, you.ubc.ca, is where you can go to find admission requirements specific to the curriculum that you're currently following. For students in BC, at grade 11, we're going to be looking for English, pre-calculus 11, Chem 11, and Physics 11. So like I said, a science faculty, we have some science prerequisites to make sure you're well prepared for the science courses you're going to be taking in your first year. And then in grade 12, we're going to look for English 12, pre-calculus 12, and one of bio, chem, or physics 12 as well. If you're thinking of applying to UBC as a transfer student and you've already been studying at another college or university, when you apply, we're going to look for your most recent 24 to 30 credits, so about 1 year of full-time study at the university level, and we'll calculate an admission average based on those most recent courses. We're also going to look back to make sure that you have the minimum science prerequisites that we're looking for students from in high school. So that could be your high school courses, or it could be transfer courses in those subject areas that you've taken. And typically a mid-70s average or so will be competitive. If you're in BC, we can use the BC Transfer Guide to help you figure out how your courses line up. The deadline to apply is January 15th, 2021, or December 1st if you want to apply for early admission. And all of the details about the admission requirements, how to apply, and the application form itself are on our admissions website at you.ubc.ca. If you're looking for more information about any of that, definitely feel free to ask questions, but I do want to wrap up the formal portion of our presentation there. So thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn some more.